The world is getting crazier. People are acting more and more insane. The end of the world is tomorrow. Tomorrow. There's only one thing to do when the world is falling apart. Listen to Basil and Gonz as they discuss this week's news and events through the lens of Bible prophecy.
You are listening to Canary Cry News Talk.
You're listening to Canary Cry News Talk. Today is September 4th, 2019, episode 155. This week, weather wizards wanted and bring back the brains. My name's Basil. That was hard to say.
A lot of bees.
A lot of bees.
Alliteration of bees.
Yeah.
And my name is Gonz. Welcome to the podcast where we talk about other news other than politics and, all the stuff that you're being bombarded with.
Yeah.
But also with Canary Cry views, which means
that's right.
We're crazy.
We're crazy people. And Gonz, I am back from the burn.
More bees.
As I saw that you mentioned on the last week's episode, by the way, good job holding down the fort, making it happen.
I was a little depressed.
You
felt
seemed
alone.
a little sad.
There was a moment that was kind of funny. You can go back a week and listen. I really wish you were there because of the story and how it was just funny.
Okay.
Go listen to it.
A funny story in last week's episode.
It's about a superhuman seed, male seed.
Sounds hilarious. I'll make sure make sure to check that out. But yeah, so just to catch everybody up, I had a very last minute opportunity to head out to Burning Man again this year. As you might remember, I went last year for the iRobot theme, just could not resist spying on the transhumanist agenda out there. It's very interesting. And this year was themed metamorphosis, and all the literature had pictures of animal hybrids. So it's kind of like, oh man, I gotta see this. What are they doing out there? And it was pretty wild. Tickets, was not planning on going. I heard about some tickets made available to me on Saturday, got the tickets on Sunday, packed on Monday, and was out there on Tuesday. So it was a pretty wild thing to attempt, but made it out there, met up with the Camp of the Unknown God, recorded some interviews with Carl Teichribb and his team, recorded some interviews with some first timers going out there, and also did a piece on the temple burn, which I missed last year. So we got a lot of cool Burning Man related stuff coming out on Canary Cry Radio. So make sure to check that out. And if you didn't partake of last year's Burning Man material, you should do that. Maybe that'll give you a nice background on what we've done out there in the past and what to expect in the coming weeks as we start to edit and put together this year's stuff.
Did Google try to recruit you and watch you?
Yes.
If you can blend in with the hive, or if you're a selfish person and you're on your own?
Yeah, they're like, no, you're not Google material.
Not this guy. He's recording everything. What is he doing?
What is he doing? He can't get our secrets out. No, I did not interview for Google. Did not see Elon Musk. I was keeping my eyes out, but no, once again.
Don't they have a special place, all the elite? Don't they get like helicoptered in and they got their air-conditioned units?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That all exists. I was not allowed in.
The two-class system is present at the burn.
Yes. What are the... do you have on hand the episode numbers from the episodes last year?
Yeah, so it was episode 134 of Canary Cry Radio, if you go over and look for that. I think there was a flyby right before talking about it, and our Canary Cry Conversations. It was an early one that people can check out. Where Basil
did a bonus
does
episode.
Yeah.
I did an audio tour of walking around Burning Man. It was very fun. Got to talk to some weird people, saw a marching band. Everybody, it quickly became legendary in our bonus material available over there on Patreon. So you guys should check that stuff out and make sure to keep an eye out for the new episodes coming out in the coming weeks.
Coming around the mountain.
Yeah. Okay. How you doing over there, Gonz?
I'm standing up. That's how...
You're standing up?
That's how awesome I am when it comes to recording podcasts.
You sound so strong and brave.
Yeah, until my knees buckle and
Yeah,
You
I
hear me
want to
fall.
try that. I'm a young man. I can stand up too.
You're gonna stand up.
Yeah.
There you go.
I like that. I feel so powerful.
Are you like you're telling the computer what to do?
Yeah. Now who's the boss, computer? Okay, you want to get into the show?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Flippy update.
Do you want fries with that?
That's right. Wow, I feel so strong up here. Hold on, I gotta bend down to read this. Okay,
I'm gonna
never
say,
mind.
if you don't
Maybe
have a
I gotta
standing desk, it's not really conducive to your back.
I can't. I gotta sit down to read, then I'll stand back up. Okay, so our Flippy update for today. For those who don't know, Flippy is our very cute colloquial name for the disembodied robot arms that are taking over our jobs and our homes and our hearts. You might remember Flippy, the disembodied robot arm that flips burgers and makes, well, burgers. Just he's more burger centric than a lot of his compatriots. But today I've got something new, Gons. I've talked about what it would take to allow robots into my home. Obviously, the robot vacuum cleaner has already made an entrance. Did I give another update? When after my first robot vacuum cleaner died a horrible death of cat hair.
I thought you had just given up on the whole thing because they just kept dying.
I got another one, and this one died. They're all choking and dying on cat hair, so they're not for you if you got cats. But this week, I'm talking about Moly Robotics, and this is from ScienceTimes.com. This is the very end of an article, but I'm just going to read it to you. Perhaps the most extravagant one, talking about robots in the kitchen, is the Moly kitchen robot. The gadget is a pair of articulated arms descending from the ceiling of the cook station. It also includes a stovetop oven and a sink. The Moly kitchen robot is a device that cooks the user's food of choice. It performs the whole process of cooking, from preparation to plating the food. The only human input needed is the selection of the recipe. The movements programmed into Moly are actually recorded, get this, from the BBC MasterChef, Tim Anderson.
Oh, wow.
That's right. They've captured the soul of Tim Anderson so he can get installed into your kitchen for a rumored price of about $75,000. And they say that this is a good price because it actually comes with the whole kitchen unit. Comes with the stove, I'm
looking at
robot
a picture.
arms.
I'm looking at a picture of it, and it reminds me of the ridiculous, like an anime where you see like robot arms cooking up stuff in the kitchen.
Yes.
And it's a joke. That's what it looks like.
It looks very futuristic. I got to say, out of all the cooking robots I've seen, this one looks the most friendly. And it actually operates on kind of like a real kitchen surface instead of a bunch of tubes and stainless steel boxes holding the ingredients. So, the story to be learned on this one is that, Mama can get out of the kitchen. Moly's here.
Well, the way they're breaking down the family unit and the role of anyone in the kitchen, this is the next step.
You cracked it, breaking down the family unit, replacing Mama in the kitchen. One thing I love about this is you get to pick your recipe on like an iPad, and the one they show in the video is he's scrolling through and he picks the recipe called Grandma's Spaghetti Bolognese.
They're trying to get the emotions, keep the emotional connection with the food.
Yeah, the robot can cook Grandma's Spaghetti Bolognese recipe better than she could.
This is turning into the Star Trek, computer, give me a meatball sauce.
Make Grandma's Spaghetti Bolognese.
I'll keep you warm and safe in my people's zoo.
Okay, I think there you go. There's your Flippy update for this week, everybody.
Awesome.
Moving on to the real news.
The real. That's not real news. I don't know what it is.
I'm not sure if people are still excited by the Flippy update or not.
I think you're the only one out of all the people.
I think it's been a few months now where the Flippy update's just for me. Okay, I'm going to stand back up, feel the power and the blood enter my bones while you give us our next story.
All right, so this is a more, I don't know if it's reputable. It's a more official news outlet, at least.
Yeah.
Our friends at Fox. Actually, no, we don't have any friends at Fox.
Gotta love them.
No, not really. But
we have Fox and Friends.
We have a friend that was featured in a little piece by Fox 5 in New York, and that is the article is titled "The Second Coming of the New Age."
Oh, yeah.
Sounds very familiar to people who have listened to Canary Cry Radio, maybe even episode number 142, which was The Second Coming of the New Age with Josh Peck and Stephen Bankars.
That's right.
Yeah. So
Stephen Bankars, he made it to the mainstream. He made it to the big time.
The big time. Just rocketed past us, right into the mainstream with Fox featuring his work there. But I'm not going to read the article because it's basically the stuff that he talked about on our interview with him.
It's a good reason for us to plug our episode with Stephen Bankars. And it's actually, we recommend everybody check out the show notes. Watch this video. It's a cool video. It's about 6 minutes. They did a whole 6 minutes, which is a long time for a real TV spot. And he talks about his experiences, or you could listen to the 2.5 hour interview we did with him.
Well, the other thing is that both Josh Peck, who was in our interview, and Stephen Bankars, they're going to be at the conference, Hear the Watchmen conference in October.
Oh, yeah. Why don't you plug that conference real quick?
All right, real quick. Yep. Hear the Watchmen, Disclosure on the Coast, Prophecy Unveiled, and it'll be October 10th through the 13th. And you can live stream it. You can go to hearthewatchmen.com. My talk is going to be 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. or it says p.m.
Ooh.
Oh, it's, you know what? This schedule, they have to fix the schedule because it says 9 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Saturday, October 12th.
You've got a 13 and a half hour talk. Not going to lie, you could fill the time. But I don't know if that's what they wanted.
No, that's not what they wanted there. But I will be up there for an hour and a half at least. Maybe 13 hours. I don't know if they really want me there. But so you can do that. Go to hearthewatchmen.com. Use the promo code GONZ20, GONZ20, and you get, I think, $20 off or 20% off, depending on if you're getting a ticket or the live stream. But yeah, there you go. Stephen Bankars will also be there. I'm
going to be there. I'm going to be doing some guerrilla guerrilla work.
More blending in and documenting.
The powers that be at that conference can't know that I'm there.
Anyway, we just wanted to mention Stephen Bankars, congratulate him on all his publicity there.
Yeah, that's great. And hopefully people bing him and then find our episode. Okay, Gons, you know me. I am the forward-looking career counselor that all of our young listeners trust and love so much. So are you ready for another update?
Sure.
Okay. So this one comes from AndroidAuthority.com. And you know what? This is another one. I definitely called it.
I knew it.
Okay, here we go. AndroidAuthority.com. Listen up, kids. If you're trying to figure out what your lifelong career is going to be, blockchain coder, that's a good one. I forget all of my other
suggestions.
My other suggestions, but they're all for naught now because I found the one. Headline here: Did you know you could get a job controlling the weather? That's right. The world is changing, and with it, so too are the kinds of jobs that we can expect to perform in the coming years. Sorry, I have a cat who is vying for my attention, but I'm standing. You can't get my attention. Nothing exemplifies this more than weather control, which couldn't sound more science fiction. That's right. It is now possible to get a job in weather modification, meaning you'll be paid to alter the weather through the use of technology. And while more jobs are opening up in this field than ever before, what might surprise you is that this is a practice that has actually been around for quite some time.
Huh?
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
I thought.
What? This is completely new. So the article starts out with, what is weather control? And then kind of gives a backgrounder in all the different types of weather control. And, I'll just skim through them here because our people mostly are aware of this. We've done hours and hours on weather control with some experts there. But just as a reminder, there's cloud seeding that's been going on since 1946.
Yeah.
That's where you just spray stuff into clouds to help them rain. Storm prevention, where you release chemicals directly into a storm to help halt it completely. NOAA proposed, shooting lasers into storms to help discharge the lightning. They also talk about weather warfare in this article, and they mention the Environmental Modification Convention signed at Geneva in 1977, where all these countries agreed not to control each other's weather as an act of war.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, this is all conspiracy theory stuff, so that's pretty whack. They also talk about commercial applications for weather control. This is interesting, so I'm going to read through this one. There is obvious application for weather control in the commercial market. One company called Oliver's Travels claims that it can guarantee perfect weather on your wedding day by using cloud seeding in order to, quote, burst clouds. The company is UK-based. This is called a go-to-market strategy. It always rains in the UK, and charges £100,000 for its services. However, the company's claims are tenuous. An enlightening post at The Atlantic quotes Bruce Bowe, vice president of modification at Weather Modification Incorporated, a real company.
Wait, what was the title? What was his title again? Vice president of modification?
Yes, vice president of modification.
Wow, that's okay.
And he states that no company should be able to guarantee clear skies. Sounds like you're a little threatened there, Bruce Bowe.
Yeah, why are you undermining your own product?
No, well, this is a different weather modification company. Yeah, this is a competing weather modification company. But here we go. We're the future of weather control. With all this in mind, what is the future of weather control? Despite the uncertainty surrounding the effectiveness of these techniques, countries continue to invest large amounts into weather control infrastructure, largely for seeding. In 2016, 56 countries were known to be using cloud seeding last year. China launched the world's largest weather control machine, capable of manipulating weather across an area as large as Alaska. The objective is to increase rainfall across the Tibetan Plateau. I believe we reported on that maybe last year or the year before as well. The scale of this project has caused some alarm, with concerns that it constitutes geoengineering. Geoengineering, aka climate engineering, goes one step further than weather control by seeking to cause long-term change to the climate. This raises many ethical questions, not to mention concerns regarding unforeseen consequences and knock-on effects. Not sure what knock-on effects are. But it continues talking about global warming and how geoengineering is the call to action. Really, this article is about getting children interested in getting into careers of weather management in order to fight, the dreaded global warming. And, if something is happening in the world, the best way to fix it is for humans to get their grubby hands on it. Because, we have a really good track record with that.
I was going to say, go ahead.
Weather control jobs. Would you like to say something before this? Yes,
I would like to hear. No, I was going to go ahead. Yeah.
Here we go with the weather control jobs. So, can you get a job in weather control right now? Are you likely to have one in 20 years? For those that find the idea of weather control fascinating, there are a few jobs already available. Many of these jobs are for pilots who will be responsible for seeding clouds. Weathermodification.com has several such job openings. Just going to open that link for later. If you're keen to be involved in weather control in the future, then becoming a pilot might be the option. Another could be to study meteorology, to learn to predict, better understand how weather patterns emerge. You could also work as a researcher to try to develop new means of weather control. As technologies improve and more companies see the potential market for weather control services, the demand for these types of jobs is only likely to increase. Alternatively, you could study climatology, the study of the climate. A climatologist can also find work inside organizations, helping them to minimize their environmental footprint. Let us know in the comments below if blah, 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 blah. Okay, let me open this. What do we got? job openings.
I like how this whole thing went from, no one's controlling the weather, you conspiracy crazy people, to get a job controlling the weather.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so what do we got here for this company, Weather Modification Incorporated, the Bruce Bowie company? We got aviation line technician, aircraft paint technician. I could do that.
Just paint the aircraft that does the weather modification.
Some nice clouds on it, a little smiley face, so the public thinks that this is fine. Editorial production assistant. Okay, some PR there. Aviation maintenance. Oh, yeah, a lot of aviation. Customer service representative. Oh, man, I would hate to take that call.
Yeah.
I paid you $100,000
for a sunny day, and it's
for a sunny day.
Here.
I would like to complain. Pilot in command. That sounds fun. Yeah, and a mechanic. Okay, yeah, all flight related. So there you go, kids. We got geoengineering in the main, on the main stage for future careers.
I like how there's a bold extra, heading in the article that says you'll be paid to alter the weather through the use of technology.
Ooh,
so much fun, guys! You guys get to alter the weather.
Yeah, kids, come on, it's all good.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work, because the weather warfare thing was mentioned in the article, but truly that could be really bad, because not just in the sense of like countries, but people that have grudges. What if that wedding of the people, they're like, oh, we want the sunny day, but like there's some
like
broken-hearted, some
ex works at the weather company.
Not on my watch, and he drops $200K.
I loved you, Deborah.
Oh man.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, bring us out here. Give us our last story.
Okay.
But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
TheHeartySoul.com.
Oh, sounds legit.
Legit outlets that we love to tap into. Trial looking to bring clinically dead back to life. It is sometimes frightening how well classic fiction predicts the future. For instance, Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury described earbuds well before they were ever developed. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein is another terrifying example. In the book, Dr. Frankenstein experimented with resuscitation using dead tissue reanimation, a treatment that was experimented by real scientists in the 1800s. A new trial may bring the dead back to life, the Reanima Project.
Ooh. That's a great name.
Yeah. For this
sounds
study,
like a video game plot line.
A video game or an organization, a corporation in some kind of anime.
Right.
For this study, the researchers will use stem cells as a reset button for the body to erase cell damage and stimulate tissue regeneration. According to those involved, the research may lead to, quote, complex tissue and organ regeneration, disease reversion, and even biological age reversal, end quote. The trial will be run by Indian specialist Dr. Himanshi Bansal and biotech companies called Revita Life Sciences and BioQuark Inc. 20 patients are the subjects of this study. They are all brain dead, which is considered clinical death, and are only kept alive through life support. The test will involve injecting brain cells,
You gotta make that font bigger, big man.
I'm good. The text will involve injecting brain stem cells and peptides into their brains bi-weekly over 6 weeks, and a series of other treatments, including lasers and nerve stimulation techniques, which have brought patients out of... What?
Gotta get the lasers in there.
Oh, yeah. Which have brought patients out of comas in the past. Yeah, you could laser those brains and get them out of coma. The researchers believe the stem cells will follow a similar process salamander cells use to regrow limbs, that is, differentiating into functional brain cells. Oh, that's crazy. The salamander example is interesting because I came across that really early on, like early in my research of stuff. I remember some like new age people talking about like, oh, the way the salamander just transforms, so will humans when the wave of energy hits us and we all ascend instantaneously.
In the coming of the new age.
Yeah, in the coming of the new age. That was their message, not what I'm saying is going to happen. But anyway,
sure.
The patients will be monitored for several months through brain imaging equipment for signs of regeneration, especially in the upper spinal cord where the brainstem controls breathing and the heartbeat. Quote, this represents the first trial of its kind and another step towards the eventual reversal of death in our lifetime, said Dr. Ira Pastor, the CEO of BioQuark. So Dr. Pastor says death is going to be reversed in our lifetime.
Yeah, that seems legit.
Can't make this up. To undertake such a complex initiative, we are combining biologic regenerative medicine tools with other existing medical devices typically used for stimulation of the central nervous system in patients with other severe disorders of consciousness. We hope to see results within the first 2 or 3 months. And the initial stage is called First in Human Neuroregeneration and Neuroreanimation and will take place at the Unapam Hospital in Rudrapur, Uttarakhand, India.
Yeah. You know what's interesting about this is it was either earlier this year or late last year we reported on experiments like this being carried out on pigs.
Yeah.
Fully dead pigs that had just been slaughtered. I don't remember exactly the details on it, but it's just amazing how quickly this went from trying to resuscitate dead pigs to actually trying it out on human patients. I mean, it has to be less than a year between these two experiments.
I think the pig brain story was not like, it was only like a few months ago at the most.
I don't remember. It was not that long ago though. And so, have we seen any articles about the success of the pig brain experiments? I mean, did they publish it? Like, yeah, we brought these pigs back. I think we're going to try it on some real people now. I'm going to try it on whatever, George.
Brain dead people.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, also the fact that it's in India, which is interesting. This is a little bit, I don't know. I mean,
maybe
India has a very advanced
less
medical.
Restrictive.
Yeah,
I don't really know.
Well, they're pretty. There are sectors of India that are pretty far ahead in the medicine field, but may not be as regulated as the West. So definitely something to think about with.
Regulation being.
But also, this I just have to throw this in because there is a passage in the Book of Revelation, a couple passages actually, that talks about the head, one of the heads of the beast, appears to get fatally wounded and was healed. So, I mean, this tech could be literally some stuff that brings us to those days.
Yeah, well, and the Antichrist figure is supposed to be brought back from a head wound, correct?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. I don't have it right in front of me. It's gonna be biblical. All right. So there we go. Any last words on that one?
No, just watch out. Maybe the resurrected zombie people are going to come from India.
I think we're on to something. Call my agent.
Who was that guy on Street Fighter?
Yoga Fire.
Yoga Fire, but that wasn't his name.
Not his name.
It started
that's
with
all
a D.
I remember. Yeah.
Daalism? Daliz?
That sounds good. All right. All right, everybody. That's all we got for this week.
Dalsim. That was his name. Dalsim. Yoga Fire. Yeah.
That's right. So thanks for listening to this episode of Canary Cry News Talk. Hey, if you got friends out there who are not yet listening to this show, they're still getting their news from the mainstream, you got to grab them by the scruff of their neck and shake them.
Canaries in a cage.
I want to shake things up, stir up some controversy, rattle a few cages. Hey, stop that! You'll never silence me. I'm the last angry man, a crusader for the little guy. Leave the bird alone. Never. Rattle a few cages. Rattle a few cages.
Hallelujah.
That's right. Rattle a few cages, everybody. Let them know what they're missing. And hey, if you want another episode of Canary Cry News Talk every single week, you can head over to patreon.com/CCNT, where we do the Canary Cry News Talk extended report. Yes, that's double the show every single week. This week, we're going to be talking about magic intersecting with virtual reality. Also, an alien base on Europa. What else we got here? Some video game news and some pro technocrats that we're going to be talking about over on the bonus episode there. You can find that again at patreon.com/CCNT. That's patreon.com/CCNT for Canary Cry News Talk. And that's all we got for this week, folks. Thanks for tuning in to Canary Cry News Talk. Make sure to tune in next week. But until then, think outside the cage.
Boris, take this microchip.